Manifold Garden is a physics perspective puzzle game by William Chyr Studios. What do I mean by perspective puzzle? The best way I can describe it is this. This is a famous art piece by MC Escher. Notice how gravity is relative. People are walking sideways and upside down. Well, to them, they are walking the correct way. This is where Manifold Garden got its inspiration from. Throughout the game, you are able to change the shape of your reality. Is there a button on the ceiling? Change your perspective and now it's on the floor. Or are you standing on the ceiling? Well, anyway, your goal is to complete every puzzle and find the exit out of each area and bring harmony back to the world through the God Cubes. This puzzle game gets brilliantly complex. It's a lot more complicated than turn the room over and find the door. Eventually, you have to place cubes on switches, but the cubes move when you move the room. So you have to manipulate their physics by placing different cubes in their way. But that's not all. The game creatively adds new mechanics and a well thought out progression. Once you feel like you've mastered the cubes, it throws out platforms that move when you do, or water that has to be redirected to a switch or used to grow a tree, giving you more cubes. Change that perspective again, and now that water can be walked on. This game is bananas. Now, if you think you might be getting overwhelmed or that this looks like it might be too disorienting, Manifold Garden has you covered. You can change the settings to an instant change, which is meant to help those who get motion sickness easily. Also, it is incredibly easy to realize where you are. The reticle will change colors, which helps you keep track of what your perspective is and what you might change it to. Even the colors in the room change slightly. This is simply good game design and helps the player a lot. One of the coolest aspects of this game is the art style. It's like a geometric kaleidoscope. Seriously, after completing one of the 6 God Cubes, you are given this to look at, and it is mesmerizing. The colors are so vibrant, and the geometry feels like it is placing you in an endless world that is so alive. There is also a very detailed camera mode, which lets you create some very stunning pictures. Another way this game tests you is that an area you are in may repeat. And I don't mean reusing assets out of convenience, I mean it is a Mobius strip. You can jump off of a spot and fall until you are in a different spot, but you're still in the same area. It is an endless loop. This game is such a mind-bending experience. No joke, my jaw was wide open for at least an hour because I was blown away with how beautiful and trippy this world was. Okay, back to the puzzles. Simply put, I loved them. You start off with super basic ones and think, I'm gonna beat this in 30 minutes. Then you get a truly complex one that keeps you stuck for 30 minutes. And here's the thing, it was still fun. There wasn't one puzzle here that made me go, oh come on, really? Because solving a tough puzzle made me feel like a literal genius. In later areas, as you get more confident, you might run in, start changing the physics, but not actually know what you're supposed to achieve. Doing this can make some puzzles harder because it can blur your goal. This is not the fault of the game. This is the game training you to really take your time, absorb all the information that is given, figure out your objective, and then begin to solve. I haven't played a puzzle game that creates such a captivating world while also pushing me to my mental limit since Portal. Manifold Garden took me about 6 hours to complete. It might take you a little more or a little less depending on your critical thinking skills, but it doesn't matter because if you like games like Portal, The Talos Principle, or Superliminal, then Manifold Garden is a must buy, especially at $20. It is well worth the full price.